Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit that notification bell, get all the updates. Boy, am I excited. Like, really excited. Which I know I always say, but come on. 10-year-old Three Philosophers. 10 years I've been waiting to drink this beer. This is the last year that they did these labels. Then they switched to these ones. And this is proper glassware, but this represents this label. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this beer. I do like it fresh, but I have really enjoyed it aged. I don't think I've ever had anywhere near 10 years old though. So yeah, I'm so excited. So 98% ale, 2% ale with cherries added. If you didn't know that about this beer, 9.8% ABV. Pour slowly, so not to disturb the yeast sediment, but with enough vigor to create a luxurious head and release a sumptuous bouquet. Brewery Ommegang is 3,264 miles from Brussels, but its heart is right in Belgium. It was created out of our devotion to the unique ales brewed by the country where brewing is an art and partaking is a passion. And we were part of the Duvel family at that point as well. Duvel, which is the beer I did last week. Oh, I didn't even say this. So it's Saturday, and on Saturdays I try to drink down my cellar. I call it Cellar Saturday. And last week I did Duvel, however you pronounce it. Wasn't even necessarily planning on doing it back to back with another beer in their portfolio, but I just was so excited to have this beer. All right, here's what it says about this beer specifically. Created by blending a rich, malty Belgian-style ale with authentic Kriek, a classic cherry ale from Belgium, our quadruple is cultured yet wild, curious yet wise, and remember, philosophy begins in wonder, attributed to Plato. All right, so that's everything that's on here. Some of that stuff, you don't have it on the bottles anymore, so I thought or in cans, because actually it's in cans too. I don't know if you can see up there. I have one or two cans of when they aged it. One of the times they aged it in bourbon barrels. So yeah, anyway, I love this beer. I think it's pretty clear. I have reviewed this stuff on the channel before. Like that, okay. All signs point to it should be okay. It's got the right color. I think I've been doing a bad job of after I putting the beer back so the camera picks up on it okay. So I'll try to remember to do that better. Yeah, I mean, it's got that brown, then there's red mixed in for sure. I mean, it's light where it's thin down here, but in the center, it's as dark of brown basically as you can get without having to mention the word black. But yeah, a lot of red in there. Good carbonation, I can tell. Wow, yeah, just beautiful looking beer. Didn't get a ton of head. It wasn't like it's flat, so that's good. It's definitely not a flat beer. But yeah, at this point, it's, I don't know, a quarter of a finger ahead, so it's gone down quite a bit. It's probably khaki is the closest color, but yeah, just a beautiful looking quad. Definitely looks like it's supposed to. Let's get the aroma. That smells nice. You do get some cherry in it, which is super pleasant. You get a little bit of that soft brown bread, like molasses, some caramel notes for sure. The dried fruits also coming through. It's surprising. Actually, or is it surprising? Basically, everything that I want a quad to have, except grape juice. I like it when it has some grape juice notes to it. Everything else I want, this has. But here's what age has done, and I'm hoping the same is true of the taste. It has really melded those things together in a beautiful way. So that's the most obvious difference to me from the base. I don't think Three Philosophers is one of the quads where I typically get that grape juice note. But yeah, that brown bread for sure. Like I said, caramel, molasses. You get the like things like raisins and figs, dates. Definitely dates. Although not overly sweet. You get that nice cherry pop. Man, there's other stuff going on for sure. The illusion of baking spices for sure. Like what do you call that? Rock candy, but like on its own. If you didn't put like other flavoring in there, just like that, you're taking sugar and water and trying to make a syrup, like that kind of a sugariness to it. Yeah, it smells awesome. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Man, that has aged beautifully. Like I was saying about the aroma, it has these flavors and they're just melded together in the most beautiful way. Wow. And I actually do get a little bit of that grape juice that I did not get any grape in the nose, but man, it has some of that like almost like savory molasses, not quite a kiss of smoke, but like a whisper of it, or like what's like the lowest term you could use? You know, yeah, like a whisper, the illusion of that. But yeah, and it's got some of the nice dates and like figs and raisins. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. You still get that kiss of the cherry, not much, but you get that nice grape note as well. It just smells awesome. It tastes awesome. Still nice little bit of creaminess. Yeah, it's not full on caramel, but like I was saying, the aroma with the rock candy or like starting to like make a simple syrup, it has a little whisper of that to it. Kiss of licorice. Man. Yeah, I mean, this is just I think quads age very well. I think it's actually a quad is what got me into wanting to age beer. I cannot for the life of me remember which quad it was. It wasn't a Trappist one, I know that. But I had one that had been aged for a while, like a long while, like probably longer than 10 years. And it blew my mind. Like it blew my absolute mind. And it kind of made me realize some beers reward aging. I like this better than fresh, for sure. Like there's no question this beer's drinking better than like super fresh. I don't know if it's better than like 3 years, 5 years, 8, whatever. But I will tell you, aging it this long, for sure, made it taste better than it is super fresh. But man, I can't say enough about this. If you like quads, like if this is a style you like, or you know what too, like if you like barley wines or old ales, things like that, especially English barley wines, branch out to quads if you haven't. You know, barley wine is life. I agree. But if you like those and haven't tried a quad, try quads and feel free to age them. And this one is definitely included in that list, even with that little kiss of the creek. Yeah, this beer's awesome. I think it's clear. I'm going to start repeating myself. That's how I know it's time to wrap things up. Are you aging any beers you're really interested in? Anything you're popping open because you saw my Cellar Saturday? Like, you know what? What better time than now to drink something out of my stash? Anything, everything. Comment section below. Get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.